Hello, and welcome to the GBC Productions channel. This is episode 65. In this video, I'll be taking a look at a 2011 Chevy Cruze, and the money light is on. This car has the big 1.4-liter turbo engine. So let me set up my scan tool and let's find out what's going on with this car. So we're running a full system scan. It's going to check all the modules. It's already come back with 3 fault codes for the ECM. Looks like it also has a code for the electronic brake control module. We'll see if that's related. So I'm going to let the scanner do its thing, and then I will come back when it's finished. So now we're into the ECM. So we're going to read the codes. We have manifold absolute pressure sensor failure, heated O2 sensor failure, fuel system running lean, mass airflow sensor issue. So the car is running lean. Let's pick one of these codes and follow it. I'm going to go with the fuel system running lean, which is P0171. Let me get a data stream and we'll look at what's going on here. I'm going to pause for a moment while I figure out how to set up the data stream. We're going to go into data stream. And we want engine data. Let's try data 1. I'm just going to select a few data PIDs such as map sensor, MAF sensor, fuel trim, long-term and short-term, stuff along those lines. Now let's look at the graphs of this. Alright, so now we have long term on the top left and short term on the bottom left. Map sensor with voltage and PSI. And the mass airflow sensor. Now if I give it some gas, they are responding. But the fuel trims are not. I'm going to turn it off and restart it, see if anything changes. This thing sounds horrid. I'm thinking excess unmetered air. Let's get under the hood and take a look. Alright, here we are under the hood. Now, if you listen here, when I pull this out, you hear that squeaking. When I pull the dipstick out, not only will you hear the rush of air go in, squeaking stops. So this has a problem with the crankcase ventilation. Now it's very much like the crankcase ventilation that's used in the Volkswagens. So we're going to have to replace, from what I can tell, we're going to replace the valve cover. So I got to get parts and we'll go from there. So I have the plastic cover off. Now I just need to disconnect the ignition coils. There's a little clip here, and this is all pretty hot because I've had it running for a bit. I'm going to grab a little screwdriver. I was able to nudge it loose. Now there's a couple of Torx bolts. They are a T30. And remove the coil packs. Now I just have to undo the clips that hold the harness to the valve cover and this breather hose, which is being a little bit tricky. There we go. Okay, now we got my air hose out. And I'll just zip these bolts off. Looks like I've got to have all the bolts loose to get the cover off. And the cover's off with the gasket too. Alright, so now I just have to kind of clean up the mating surface, use a rag and a razor blade where the RTV is. Everything's cleaned up, and I have some RTV down here by the timing chain where the two surfaces meet. I got the valve cover from the local Buick dealership. It comes with a new gasket and bolts. I just have to set it into place. Now I'll just get the bolts started. Alright, and I'll be back once this is torqued down to factory specs and everything's together. Alright, with everything back together, I'm going to go ahead and clear the codes. Now I'm going to go ahead and start the car and see how it's doing. Alright, the car is running so much better now. And we're going to look at the graphs again. Now we can see that the long-term and short-term fuel trims are responding now. Everything else on this looks really good. This car is running smooth as silk.
Don't forget to subscribe for more, mash that like button, and comment below. Until next time, this is Uncle D from GBC Productions, signing off.